Good evening, Rotorua. Welcome to City News. Just ahead in tonight's bulletin. Todd McLay voices concern at weed in our lakes to the Minister for Land Information. A 15-month ban on collecting and eating shellfish along the eastern Bay of Plenty has been lifted. And Rotorua is still not out of the running for more Rugby World Cup games. Those stories in detail next on City News. Rotorua MP Todd McLay has written to the Minister for Land Information, Maurice Williamson, about an increase of weed in a number of Rotorua lakes. Mr McLay says that at recent resident and ratepayer AGMs, this issue had been raised with him. He says it seems as a result of improvements in lake water quality in a number of our lakes, there has been an increase in lake weed growth, which is putting pressure on recreational users. Mr McLay says that of particular concern were popular beaches and waterways on Lake Rotuiti, with increases in weeds on Lake Okareka and Lake Rotomā. Mr McLay says that in response he has asked the Minister to explore greater cooperation between Land Information New Zealand, who have responsibility for controlling lake weed, and the Bay of Plenty Regional Council and Rotorua District Council. The toxic shellfish health warning has been lifted for the wider Coromandel and Bay of Plenty coastline, ending 15 months of concern. The Bay coastline for which the warning is now lifted is east along the bay, including Tauranga Harbour and south of Pukehina. Routine sampling indicates that the levels of shellfish toxin are now within safe limits. Dr Jim Miller, Medical Officer of Health, says the shellfish warning has been an inconvenience, especially over the past 2 summer holiday periods. Mr Miller also says he would like to thank the public for their endurance and cooperation during the period of the ban. For further advice on health warnings regarding shellfish collecting, visit the Toithiora Public Health website. Nominations for this year's Westpac Rotorua Business Excellence Awards close this Friday. Chamber of Commerce Chief Executive Roger Gordon says the awards are about business practice.
There's a template, a standard template, that all businesses that are going in for the business categories need to complete. And it doesn't solely depend on financial performance. And, really, when you're looking at this and last year in particular, when we've been in the middle of a recession, there's a lot of businesses, organisations out there that have not perhaps had the financial returns that they would have liked. But the good companies have actually put in place business processes to manage their business during that period. So the criteria, of which there are about 8, look at the quality of the business processes that company introduces and manages within its business.
Roger Gordon says the community can nominate up to 3 businesses in each category. Nominations can be made online at rotoruachamber.co.nz. In sport tonight, Bay Park in Tauranga is being ruled out as a possible venue for Rugby World Cup games, no longer being played in Christchurch, but Rotorua is still a possibility. Bay of Plenty Rugby Union Chief Executive Mike Rogers was contacted by Rugby New Zealand 2011 after the announcement that World Cup games scheduled for Christchurch are to be reallocated. Rotorua International Stadium is already hosting 3 World Cup games, and Mike Rogers says Rotorua has the accommodation and the infrastructure, and our stadium is fantastic. Parafed Bay of Plenty is running a competition to design the organisation a new logo. Parafed is a sporting organisation for physically disabled athletes and operates a number of sports, including athletics, wheelchair rugby, basketball and tennis, as well as sailing, surfing and swimming. Parafed's Regional Development Officer Sophie Jackson says the logo needs to reflect the ideals of getting everyone with physical disabilities active and be fun and inspiring. Prizes for the logo winner include an Apple iPod and $150 cash, as well as bragging rights. For more information, contact Sophie at parafedbop.co.nz, and entries close on April the 15th. To your weather now. Tonight, fine, fresh gusty southeasterlies, overnight a low of 9. Tomorrow Thursday, mainly fine, some cloud, easterlies, a high of 21 and low of 11. Long range through to Friday, cloudy, northeast winds, a high of 21 and a low of 12. Marine forecast for Lake Rotorua. Tomorrow Thursday, southeast 15 knots tending easterly and easing to 10 knots in the afternoon. Waves about half a metre, easing in the afternoon, and cloudy periods. If you've missed any of tonight's bulletin, you can watch it again by going to tvrotorua.co.nz and click on the View Latest City News link, or to view what's on in our city, click on the Upcoming Events link. Coming up after the break on City News, we hear how Iron Jack went at the recent Taupo Ironman. Rotorua District Council Chief Executive Peter Gurin talks about our economic future, and Dr Kate Mills has more medical information.